Days before Christmas on December 21st, 1966, Utah's forgotten serial killers Myron Lance and Walter Kelbach burst in through the front doors of this tavern. In those days, it was called Lally's Tavern. They held a gun to James Pete Sizemore's head and announced it was a robbery. Without warning, they pulled the trigger and killed him instantly. This vacant building was once the vibrant bar a few blocks away from the Salt Lake City Municipal Airport. The bartender quickly got the money out and put his hands in the air. Both Kelbach and Lance began shooting into the crowd, killing two others, Fred William Lilly, age 20, and Miss Beverly Mace. The killers were captured at the mouth of nearby Parley's Canyon with about $300 in their car. Police had set up a roadblock there. When they were captured with the stolen money, police found that they were responsible for a string of brutal killings over the past 5 days, and that the two, first cousins and sexual partners, were sort of a knockoff Leopold and Loeb, killing for fun.
In a 4-1 decision, the Utah Supreme Court today said the case of convicted killers Myron Lance and Walter Kelbach will be returned to 3rd District Court. Yesterday, the lawyer for the two asked the High Court to release his clients from prison. Jonathan King argued that in 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court vacated Lance's and Kelbach's death sentences, but that the two remained in prison under those sentences.
The spree began on December 17th when the two got high off pills and wine and rode up to a gas station where 18-year-old Stephen Shea worked the night shift. This vacant lot here, just down the road from where their final shootout occurred at Lally's Tavern, is where this gas station used to be. They robbed him of $147, forced him into their car, and tortured him in the desert near Timpey Point, nowadays a spring on the outskirts of the salt factory. They then flipped a coin to see who would kill him, and Kelbach stabbed him 5 times. They did the exact same to another gas station attendant the following night, and this time Lance killed the victim, Michael Holtz. Both of their bodies were found in the same area. A few days later, on the 21st, the killers changed their MO. They flagged down a taxi and told the driver to take them to the Salt Lake City airport. Immediately, however, the cabbie saw that they were exchanging these weird glares and wolfish glances, and he pulled up to his cabbie bay and told his boss. To this, the boss asked him to turn on his transmitter and alert local police, clicking it twice if he felt that he was in immediate danger. The cabbie, Grant Strong, was then robbed of $9. Cops and other cabbies began to move in when Kelbach shot the victim in the head, stole his vehicle, and then drove to the tavern where this final massacre would take place about a half an hour later. At this point, all of Salt Lake City was on high alert for these two psychopaths. The two were captured at the mouth of Parley's Canyon at a police roadblock with $300 stolen in the car. They were quickly convicted of murder and rape and a myriad of other charges and never expressed any remorse at all. Lance, in fact, said, "I haven't any feeling towards the victims," and Kelbach told the press, quote, "I don't mind people getting hurt because I just like to watch it." Myron Lance died in prison in 2010, almost 70 years old, and Walter Kelbach is still alive, wasting away in jail.
Said King, since they can't be executed, Lance and Kelbach are being held illegally. Today, the Utah Supreme Court sent the case back to the District Court, saying the killers must be resentenced. The only dissenter was Chief Justice A.H. Ellett, who said they should go back to 3rd District Court and a new execution date set for the two. Lance and Kelbach were convicted in 1967 of murdering 2 people in a Salt Lake City bar.